many of your family in Consel?
My family actually lived in the Divide area. That's where I was raised. We lived on a farm, a dryland farm here, and Clayton was 9 miles that way, and Divide was 9 miles that way. So we got our mail in Clayton, and we took eggs and did our grocery shopping in Divide. That's most of the time. Shipped cream from there and whatever. Yeah, we had 5 brothers and 2 sisters.
Oh, wow.
So there's 8 of us. My mom was only 17 when I was born.
Are you the oldest?
I'm the oldest, yeah. I have a sister that lives at Success. I don't know if you know where that is, out of Swift Current. And a brother that lives on the farm south of Divide. That's the only one that's very close. And my other brother's out in Kelowna.
Oh, wow. And was your family, so they farmed?
It was a dryland farm, yeah.
Yeah.
And we had a few cattle, but our herd was never bigger than probably a dozen, whatever. Because we used them for meat and sell a few, and the prices were horrible. You couldn't get anything for them at that time. Anyway, we walked to school for 3 miles and to a little country school. And then we had to move when my kids had no high school, so when we wanted to go to high school, we had to move to Clayton. And went there to high school with help, and for 2 years, and then I was back to Robsart. We all moved into Robsart, and that's where we ended up, Robsart. I took grade 11 and 12 there. And
what year did you move there?
Let's see. I took grade 11 there. Trying to think. I went to Teachers College in 44. So about 42, I guess, was in that area. Yeah. Went in the lump. Moved everything we owned in a lumber wagon.
Wow.
We were real pioneers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was sort of booming a bit then, Robsart, wasn't it?
Yeah, Robsart was, much more so than now, anyway. Yeah, it was. They had quite a good high school. So I think there were 12 of us who graduated from grade 12 there.
And what's your maiden name?
Rush.
Rush.
R-U-S-H.
Yeah. I've just been I met with Archie Smiley yesterday.
Oh, did you? Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to picture who some of your neighbors were, just in other people I've heard from Robsart.
Yeah, I knew Archie and I've known for years. Yeah. Most of the people that were living there when I was there, are gone. Either moved away or passed on, or, Not too many. Bert Olmsted's folks, they just moved to Swift-Current a couple of years ago. They're about the only ones that are left that were there. It's very sad. I hate to see the little towns die. Like when we lived in Divide, I didn't know anything about Consel. I mean, we never got that far from home.
Yeah.
We just didn't start out that many miles in a lumber wagon or something.
For no purpose?
Yeah, we didn't do any trading here or anything then.
So did your husband's family, where?
They lived at Divide. Yeah, south of Divide. Yeah.
He grew up farming or ranching?
Yeah, they had a farm and some cattle, same as most of the little places around there. And then they moved to Shaunavon eventually, as folks did, when they needed medical help. He moved to Shaunavon, and his brother took over the farm. His brother did, but he was a diabetic and not well, and so eventually he had to move too. And then
Excuse me.
and he still lives there. That's where on the farm. He built a new house, and now he has a place in Medicine Hat, so he's going to be moving too.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Still has cattle, so he has to stay there to take care of them. But so actually, my story in Council starts when I got married and moved here. My husband was working for the BA Oil. And
For the oil company?
yeah, he just had got out of the Air Force.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, we were married in 46. And I came here and I didn't teach for about 16 years, I guess it was. I just was a housewife and helped him with business, and then they were so short of teachers, so they came back and asked me if I would think of going back. So then I took university classes every summer. I would teach until the end of June, and then in the first part of July I would head for Saskatoon and take classes, get home and go back to school.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a busy,
Until I got
very
my
full year.
certificate, yeah. Yeah. And then I taught for 25 years after that. So it's been an interesting life.
What grades did you teach?
5 and 6.
Oh.
Sometimes I had the two to combine, or sometimes I just had grade 6. And yeah, I always taught those grades. Wonderful bunch of kids.
Aw.
Great.
I'm sure they thought the same as you.
Well, I hope they did. But I suppose there were some that there'd be sure to be something in them they wouldn't like about what you did, but that's life.
Mhm.
Now I know their kids and families.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be sad to leave here. I don't know how we're going to cope with that.
Are you planning on moving eventually?
Yeah, I have bought into a life lease deal in Sisker, and my sister and her husband are moving there, and they talked me into it. They said, it's time for you to get out of Council, where you have to go everywhere for doctor and stuff like that. And so they talked me, and they're building the place now. It's just being built, so.
Oh, so it'll be brand new.
Yeah, everything will be brand new.
So what happened to a town like Robsart? Like, why did it become a virtual ghost town?
People just started moving away and had to go because of jobs, or, you know, there just wasn't the opportunities there, I guess, and one by one they just started moving away, and the next thing you know, there's just nothing left. And then once there's not many people, the services then have to leave too. You know, they can't exist. And the same with Govan-Lock, and the same with Tennis. They've all gone that way. Yeah. At one time, Bydora was quite a thriving little village too, but I don't know. And Govan-Lock at one time had what did they have? 4 banks or something?
Wow.
Tell me. Oh, it was a real hub. Yeah.
Wow.
Big hotel. Have to hang on to our school and to things like that. Yeah. Actually, when Robsart School closed and they moved the kids here, and they came here then to Council, that was a blow. That was a big blow to the. But if we weren't in an outlying district like we are, we'd be in danger of getting closed too. Like they're closing these schools. It's ridiculous. You know, like Richmond and some of those little towns north of Maple Creek in there, they're fighting like the dickens to try and keep their schools, and just government is so short-sighted. If I could bring my husband back, surely wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's been lonely the last 4 years next month. It's been gone.
So, do you want to talk a little bit about him?
Sure.
I'd love to hear about him. So he worked in the oil business?
Yeah, for a few years, and then he got his own gravel trucks and equipment and started his own gravel business, and he did that for a lot of years, since the late 50s. up until, and he was ready to go 4 years ago. He had all his machinery ready to go for the next year, and his heart just had a plugged valve in his heart. And
oh dear.
went into the hospital, and they were trying to build him up for an operation, and they just didn't make it. So he was still doing the trucking. He was 82.
And you have babies?
No, we didn't have a family.
You didn't have
It was
children?
one of our sadnesses of our lives. We wanted children, but we just didn't have any. We tried different things, but nothing worked. So I guess it was meant to be. I don't know.
I guess all your love got to go to all your students,
Yeah,
eh?
I guess so. They were my family.
Yeah, lucky students.
Well, anyway, and I've had lots of nieces and nephews and stuff too, so it's been okay. Very disappointing for a while, but you have to get over it. You can't. Yeah. Well, anyway, but Lloyd was a musician. Like, he played for dances and he was good on the public address. He announced hockey games and ball games and anything that was going on.
Oh, a very social creature by the sounds of it.
Very social, yeah. And he would be the what do you call him? Presenter and
MC?
At anniversaries and weddings and things like that.
Like an MC?
Yeah, he was just sort of the MC and ran the program, whatever they had, sort of. Yeah, we were always busy. It was ball games in the summer. It was ball games, and of course he was busy too with his work, but he always managed to take time to announce. He started announcing hockey games before there was even a rink in Constal. They had a sheet of ice poured on the ground and played hockey, and and ball games, they used to be across the track over in that area. We just had a backstop and no dime, no booth, no nothing. Just people would line up on Sundays and play ball. It could be Govenlock and Senate and Robsart and Divide and Mary Flat and Constal. All those teams would come together and have a wonderful time.
Talk to some of those merry battlers.
Yes, they're quite the people. Yeah, there's another area, that at one time had so many people living there, and now it's building up again, though. There's a lot of young people that are having children, and so maybe eventually it'll come back. Maybe they'll have a ball team again.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
What would be your hope with these towns? Where would you, if you could see in 25 years, what would you like to see in Constal or Robsart?
Well, of course, I'd like to see them still here and see them having grown, but the hope is, the way things are going, it isn't realistic, really. I don't think. I don't know. I just hope that they can hang on, but I don't think there'll be any revival of the ones that have gone. No, I can't see how. Although the ones that were here before, they started from nothing, so you never know.
Anything's possible, I guess.
I don't know. But the farming, like the farms and ranches both have been, one family owns so much land, and so there isn't a place for people if they want to get land in a lot of cases. So how are they going to move there if they don't have land? The big ranching and bigger farm machinery and everything has led to bigger farms and bigger ranches, and so one family owns thousands of acres where before they were just little plots, and everybody just different lifestyle altogether.
It's harder now for the small farmer
Oh,
rancher,
very,
isn't it?
very hard, yeah.
I'm just learning a little bit about
Yeah.
this.
Mhm. Yes, it is. I don't know.
Has it changed a lot then in the last generation or two? How, like the size, I guess, as you say.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing. I don't know, someone once said that give it another 50 years, there won't be anything in this whole area but jackrabbits and sagebrush.
Oh my gosh.
But I hope that's not true.
Let's hope not.
No.
Let's hope not.
For sure. I don't know. But as people age and have to move away for care and things, well, what are you going to do? It's just...
Things we've been asking people is, and you were saying it would be a shame to see a town like this die. What do you think makes a town like this a special place to live?
The people, of course. I think any place, the people that make the place. I mean, a place is just houses and material things, but the heart is the people.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. Wonderful people in this area of the country. I think, anyway.
I would have to agree with that.
Yeah, I'm very partial to this southwest of ours.